now going to introduce to you Jody from Islington. Now, Jody was one of the very first, Islington was one of the first boroughs to have LTNs implemented, and their borough was one of the first to have their protests. So, without further ado, Jody Graber, give him a big hand of applause. Yeah. Hello, Lambeth. All right? Come on. This is it. This is it. This is the start of something that you guys can actually change. When people just get a paper plate and write on it, open our streets, our children will die from pollution, stuck in traffic, that is grassroots. That's where it starts from. You got a paper plate and you wrote your sign on a paper plate, okay? Well, Jesus is there with all of us, but yes, okay. God bless Jesus, yes. All right. Yes. I'll have a drop of Peckham Spring while I'm waiting, yeah, from down the road. So, in Islington, one of the first boroughs to implement these LTNs, okay? Exactly the same in Islington. You take it to Lambeth, you take it to Hackney, you take it to Camden, Waltham Forest, all the same. Same thing. They wake up in the morning, the roads closed, bollards, cameras, then you get the feedback. You go to the councillors, your local councillors who have took your vote for granted every time. They think, oh yeah, they're Labour, they'll come out and vote for me because I've got a Labour rosette, da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, your councillors don't listen to you. And you're sitting there thinking, what am I paying these crooks in this town hall for? What am I, in my council tax, paying for? What am I paying for? When you don't, the people in that town who you elect, who you go and do your civic duty and vote them in, turn around and don't listen to you. Okay? You know what you get? You get people like me, who wasn't even political up until last summer. And now all of a sudden, as Patrick will tell you, now all of a sudden I'm standing as an independent councillor for Islington Council in StPeter'sWard. Okay? Yes, woo! Bring up, woo! Because if I can do it, and I'm not even political, the only thing I do is love my borough and love the city I live in, okay? So if you love Lambeth and you love London, then you can do what I've done. It costs you nothing, okay, to stand for election. You need 2 people in the ward to nominate you. And then you get nominated, you get your forms filled in, you become an official candidate. The rosettes cost a few quid, flyers, pay for it all out of my own pocket. But we've got a group of people around us, One London, the Lambeth group, the Hackney group, they're all behind us, all with information and pushing this forward. And this is a movement, and if I get in, and I really hope I do, because on the 6th of May, when we're at Ali Pali having the count, I want to be elected in StPeter'sWard to show you people, to show you that yes, you can do it. As a grassroots, you can do it. Doesn't matter what colour skin you are, whether you're old, you're young, what you do for a living, it don't matter. You can stand for election. You can go in that town hall, you can sit in that chamber and call them out for what they are. Crooks. That's what they are. They're crooks, and all they want to do is take. They want to take your money by a penalty charge. How many of you got PCN? How many of you got a parking ticket going through these LTNs? How many of you got one? How about the school streets? How many of you got one from a school street? Hey? And what does that stop? Doesn't stop the kids getting run over, does it? No. Because the school street's still over, just get a ticket 3 days later. So how's that helping children? It ain't. It's helping the council fill up their coffers. Okay? And you're sitting here now, look at it. The traffic going up Acre Lane. The traffic going up there. We've seen the ambulances get stuck. But then they tell you, oh, don't worry, we put the LTN in, it's all going to vanish. It'll vanish. It'll go poof. And it won't go poof, I'll tell you. Because it doesn't go anywhere. It sits on these roads, and the poor people who live in Acre Lane now, and them houses there, have to have this noose of pollution wrapped around their neck all day long. And the council will tell you, oh, it's okay because it's a main road. No, it isn't okay. It isn't okay whatsoever. Pardon? But there's no science. It's not science, it's just greed. It's money, and it's how to keep people of the working class and the people who, you know, just go and work to try and earn a living, you know, normal day-to-day things. It's the way to keep them under the cosh. Because they don't want people to be able to go and earn a living. They want you to all be, and they're calling them cells. This is what these are, they're cells. And it is, and then you get the social gentrification of an area where you remove a community that's been in this area for God knows how long, and then you start changing things, and you get trendy shops and this, and then the people think, oh, where do I go? I don't go anywhere. But this is all stems from these town halls. Islington, Hackney, Lambeth, and you know what? The other thing, they're all Labour. And Sean Bailey, I'm really gutted he didn't wait, because I was going to have him, I was going to ask him, the money comes from central government, the Tory party. Got this money, they pulled this money out of a magic money tree and said, here you go. And then the Labour Council said, oh yeah, come on in. And he took all the money. But then Sean Bailey saying, oh, I'll take away. No, Sean, your party, put them in, give them the money. Give them the money. And then the Labour went, okay, we'll have that. So the ward I'm representing in Islington has got 34% child poverty. Across Islington, it's 30%. 4% more child poverty in Islington. Yet the council will turn around and say, oh, because of the cuts and all this, that, the other, Well, they was quick to run to the council and get the money to put goddamn bollards in the road and planters that would just divide communities, ruin people's lives and restrict people's movement when you have the freedom of choice. And that's what they do. Well, no, not mate. Well, I don't know. I pretend we didn't hear that, but the crowd did. But so that's me done. So I'm hoping on the 6th of May that the good people of StPeter'sWard in Islington actually vote for an independent. Think, you know what? Send him in there, cause mayhem. Get him in that town hall, in his town hall, cause a storm. Because if I could cause a storm, then it only takes one of you to get in there and cause a storm. Call them out. Get all the information, broadcast it to everyone. You don't have to wait for freedom of information, you don't have to do nothing. Get the information, tell it, this is what they're doing, this is what Claire Holland says, this is what Richard Watts says. Just call them out. But you won't be able to do it unless you stand up for yourselves and do it for yourselves. Because, trust me, I'm just a normal bod, right? And this isn't really my game, but you know what, I'm going to get in that town hall and I'm going to make it my game, and I'm going to turn them upside down, and I'm hoping that I start to be the domino effect, because if I take one seat in a town hall, then hopefully others, and hopefully Farrah London gets elected as an independent mayor for London, because that's what we need. We've had 4 years of Ken, 4 years of Boris, 5 years of Khan. Well, let's have 3 years of London and make it a better place for all of us. Thank you, Brixton. Thank you, Lambert. Thank you, Angela. God bless you all.